250 million years ago. For hundreds of millions of years, life on the surface had faced numerous challenges to its survival, but nothing on the scale of what was about to happen. In what would one day become Siberia, the Earth's crust became a volcanic morass. The cause was a rare mantle plume eruption. No one knows for sure why they occur, but occasionally, huge masses of hot mantle from deep within the Earth surge upwards, melting and smashing the crust above. The eruptions continued for over 1 million years. They spewed out over 1 million cubic miles of molten rock, enough to bury the modern USA in a layer over 1,000 feet deep. Clouds of poisonous gases spread out and shrouded the entire globe. It was too much for most species of life. Over 95% were driven to extinction. It was the most cataclysmic event the planet has ever witnessed. The planet that emerged from the chaos was much changed. A new supercontinent, the Great Pangaea, now dominated. And the climate was altering dramatically. Over the next 200 million years, oxygen and carbon dioxide would rise to new peaks. And under these conditions, the animals that had survived the extinction were to evolve into the most infamous creatures ever to walk the Earth. The dinosaurs. Utah, USA. Paleontologist Rhys Barrick is on the hunt for dinosaurs. In this dusty corner of the western USA, the rocks are packed with their bones.
Almost a third of the history of life on this planet was dominated by dinosaurs. It really truly is a dinosaur planet. We have, from the bottom of this slope, sediments that are 150 million years, and as you go up the slope, you actually end up in the Cretaceous at 125 million years. How are we doing, Barb?
Doing great.
Find anything fun?
A small rib and some interesting fragments.
Well, that's a start for the day.
Compared to modern creatures, dinosaurs were enormous. The average mammal today is smaller than a dog. The average dinosaur was larger than a grizzly bear.
Marvin, excellent. Look at that. That is a spectacular Therizinosaur claw. This animal's gonna have to be 300 kilograms, so it's about the size of a National Football League lineman. These are absolutely fantastic because they are very well-preserved bone. A perfect claw. Absolutely brilliant, Marvin. Nice job.
The first recorded dinosaur fossil find was a bone discovered by young Mary Ann Mantell in England in 1822. Her husband, Dr. Gideon Mantell, was intrigued and set about determining what type of creature it belonged to. The fossil was unlike anything he'd ever seen. After much research, he decided it was in fact a tooth from an enormous lizard. He named the beast Iguanodon, after the iguana lizard he thought it resembled. Over the next few decades, across Europe and the USA, more and more huge bones were unearthed, and given their similarity to modern lizards, the name dinosaur, meaning terrible lizard, was coined. But many paleontologists today believe one of the reasons dinosaurs grew so large was that they weren't cold-blooded like today's lizards. They were lukewarm-blooded. This gave them the advantages of both cold-blooded lizards and warm-blooded mammals.
Dinosaurs were able to be active and collect food all year long, and yet they could put a greater amount of the food that they ate towards growing as opposed to just heat generation.
But another reason for their size may have been the sweltering, oxygen-rich environment that came to dominate the dinosaur era, an environment triggered by volcanism. Starting around 180 million years ago, a new upsurge in volcanic activity split apart the supercontinent. The continental fragments began their long journeys into the positions they occupied today. North America, South America, Africa, and Europe all went their separate ways. The Pangaean supercontinent was no more. Each of the new continents still carried dinosaurs, and the steamy volcanic climate seemed to suit them. It was global warming gone wild. CO2 levels increased over 500%, and temperatures soared. In the greenhouse conditions this created, huge tropical forests spread across many of the continents.
The increasing amount of tropics meant that there's a lot more lush vegetation, which means there's a lot more food for dinosaurs, which allowed them not only to specialize and evolve to specialize on different types of plant materials, but allowed them to get extremely large.
Many scientists believe that evolving for millions of years in this warm, oxygen-rich world allowed the lukewarm-blooded dinosaurs to reach their enormous sizes. Huge dinosaurs may have been a biological response to a volcanically overactive planet. But size would not save the dinosaurs from what was to come. Their time on Earth would end in sudden, unstoppable devastation. $100 million years ago, planet Earth was ruled by dinosaurs. Huge beasts filled the land, the sea, and the air. They lived in a sweltering world defined by overactive volcanism. And before it was finished, this volcanism would bring to the surface some of the planet's most wondrous riches: diamonds. Kimberley, South Africa. Jock Roby is chief geologist at De Beers, the largest diamond company in the world.
Diamond is simply the high-pressure form of the element carbon. This is a typical 8-sided crystal called an octahedron. Uncut, it is worth $2,000 a carat. As a cut stone, it would probably sell for $80,000.
For thousands of years, diamonds had been found worldwide washed up in sandy riverbanks, but their source had remained a total mystery. It was not until 1869, when huge, unique diamond discoveries were made in South Africa, that their remarkable origin was revealed.
What is special about the diamonds found in the Kimberley area was here for the first time ever, they found the source rock of diamonds. This is a piece of rock mined from the kimberlite, and as we turn it, it contains a diamond.
The diamond-bearing rock was extracted from strange vertical formations.
As the miners were digging, they found that the diamonds were contained in a body of rock that had a shape of an ice cream cone, slightly broader at the surface, yellow in color, tapering down to a narrower point.
Henry Carvel Lewis, a visiting American mineralogist, put together the pieces. He realized these diamond mines were actually the mouths of ancient volcanoes. The miners were digging down into their roots through the diamond-bearing magma that remained. But these were clearly not normal volcanoes. They were over 3 times deeper, extending nearly 100 miles beneath the surface of the continent. Uniquely intense pressures and temperatures at this depth make it the only place that diamonds can form. And the diamonds could only be brought up by uniquely intense eruptions. The diamond-bearing magma exploded out of the earth at over 300 miles an hour.
Imagine the force and the power of this volcano to cut those sheer vertical walls and blow this up another 1,000 meters. This is the power of these volcanoes.
When the Pangaean supercontinent split apart over 100 million years ago, scientists believe the enormous upheaval triggered these super eruptions. Because supercontinental breakups are rare, so are the diamonds they bring to the surface. The diamonds that erupted into the dinosaur world would survive unblemished until the present day. But the dinosaurs would not be so lucky. "65 million years ago, the planet was lush. Vegetation was thick on the surface. Living things were prospering like never before. But the dominant dinosaurs were about to be wiped from the face of the planet."
Dinosaur bones are found continuously throughout the sedimentary record from 230 million years ago right up to 65 million years ago, and then instantaneously they vanish.
Not only dinosaurs, but over 70% of species on Earth disappeared. From plant life upward, something terrible had happened to the entire ecosystem of the planet. This mass extinction remained a mystery for generations of paleontologists. But it is a mystery no longer. Colorado, USA. Dan Durda is taking samples from an exposed layer of rock exactly 65 million years old. Scientists now believe that it holds the answer.